Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this does not work. Without you guys, let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods here on this Saturday. You know, we don't have football for us on Sunday. We can kick back and we can watch and see what the Eagles do against the Miami Dolphins and see what we're going to see. And well, talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Some things to look forward to, at least in the next couple of days and stuff. My buddy Cowboy Crunk is actually only a few miles from here, and we're going to be getting together, probably do a live stream together, or definitely do some videos together and hang out a bit. And also, too, I'm going to be doing some stuff probably Tuesday with Akoya Media. You know, see if we can get these Dallas Cowboys on track and get some other people's perception on what's going on. At least the good thing is, I'm not ready to say that the season is over. We believe that Jason Garrett is a dead man walking. We just believe that. I mean, there are stranger things that have happened. I mean, it's always possible that the Cowboys could get themselves righted. I mean, here's the reality. As bad as we have been playing, and the fact that we are at 6-6 doesn't mean the season is over. We got the Bears, who Mitch Trubisky looks like anything but an NFL quarterback, although I will preface it that saying that the Dallas Cowboys have made quite a few quarterbacks look really, really good this season thus far. But you've got the Bears. You get a victory over the Bears, then it's not even a must win against the Rams. What'll be a must win would be beating Philadelphia. In the end, that game probably will decide the division, and we can make the playoffs. And I've seen our team at 13-3 have a Giants wild card team come to our house, kick our ass on the way to beating an 18-0 New England Patriots. There's stranger things that have happened, my friends, stranger things. So we have 4 games and we have opportunities with the people we have if they can play together and be put in positions to succeed. The good thing, at least, is I have yet to hear that we've got a dreaded players only meeting. When you hear players say that we had a players only meeting, that is basically the end of the end, because it's we don't believe in what the coaches are saying. It's just us in this room that is going to have to make this thing work. At least we have not heard that one yet. So there's still hope. Now, last night we did our live stream. We had a great time and everything else. Because I went away, took some of my equipment with me, I kind of screwed some things up, and I had Law Nation trying to call in, but my microphone was unplugged from the computer to the system. But I'll get him back on another time. So I apologize, Law, that my shit was not ready. But he liked a tweet last night that was kind of interesting. I saw first thing this morning. And when you look at this should put everything in perspective. I get some people that keep coming in and saying, stop blaming Jason Garrett. You know, Jason Garrett is doing a great job. The players aren't executing. Well, yes, there's some of both of that. But see, there's ways of doing things. There's the easy way, there's the hard way. And there's sometimes better ways of doing things. If you realize that, you know, I'll give you a perfect example. I love studying the Civil War, and when Joseph Heatherly comes up in a couple of weeks, we're actually going to go by some Civil War battlefields. But north of me is Antietam Battlefield. Okay? Antietam is known as the bloodiest single day in U.S. military history. 28,000 casualties in one day. Lee went north and was foraging for supplies. Um, and the Union actually had Lee's battle plans wrapped around some cigars. And they found out that Lee's forces were separated. Basically, it was like a group of 10,000 here, a group of 10,000 there, 10,000 there. General McClellan hesitated. He was scared. He had the advantages. He could take basically 50,000 men and go against 10,000 here and just keep systematically knocking them off easy one by one in groups. But instead, General McClellan basically sent messages to Lincoln, I need more men, I need more men. And by the time he realized or got his extra men, Lee realized they lost the plans and got everybody back together. And they met at Antietam Creek. One spot, Burnside's Bridge. If you know what a sideburn is, it's actually named after General Ambrose Burnside because he had really big ones. They call those sideburns. A lot of things came out of the Civil War. The term hooker was actually named after General Hooker because they actually had, a building where they kept the prostitutes in, and the military ran it, and so that's why they were called hookers, because General Hooker. I always wondered why do they call him Hooker? What? Okay, anyway, there's a bridge named after General Burnside, Burnside, because what they tried to do is this bridge. It's not really big. They tried to get the soldiers across, and on top of the hill were 500 Kentucky riflemen that held off thousands of troops for hours because basically they just kept picking them off. And they kept throwing men after men after men to get across this bridge because that's where we got to get. Until they realized, oh, if we go about a half mile upstream, we can just walk across the stream and we can flank them. Oh. Hey, that's easy. And that, my friends, is Jason Garrett's offense. Simplistic. We're just going to run into the breach. We're just going to keep running into the breach until they can stop it. Instead of realizing we can go around. We can stop facing force. And that's where you start realizing it's the coach's job to find the easiest path for the players. And when you looked at this tweet that everybody should like, think about this. In Jason Garrett's time, you had Tony Romo, great quarterback. You have Dak Prescott doing some things. You had DeMarco Murray, who led the NFL in rushing. You got Zeke Elliott, best back over the last 4 years. You had Dez Bryant, who was incredible. Now you got Amari Cooper. You had DeMarcus Ware. And now you got DeMarcus Lawrence. How many coaches have you seen with that much talent twice in their time with one team that have not succeeded? That's a hell of a lot of talent. And maybe it's time to stop blaming the players that aren't executing, and you have to look at the one thing that's constant. Jason Garrett. Well, another thing that I'm seeing quite a bit of is people are thinking that the Cowboys are going to get Sean Payton. This is going to be the big move that Jerry Jones makes. He's going to bring Sean Payton in. And that would be a great move. But I just don't think it's going to be likely because somebody who said, oh, they're going to give a third-round draft pick to New Orleans for Sean Payton. Know your history here. Yeah, I'd give up a third-round pick for Sean Payton. Yeah, I would definitely do that. But that's not going to happen. A couple of things will tell you the reason why Sean Payton is going to be here. One, New Orleans in the offseason signed him to a 5-year extension. Now, his 4-year extension last time was 4 years and $45 million. The terms of that extension were not known, at least not as of yet. This happened last month, quietly. And this was done basically to fight off the Dallas Cowboys. Second thing, the trade that shocked the NFL. John Gruden going from the Raiders to Tampa Bay, which was unheard of. A coach being traded. I don't know if you realize, my man, that said, we'll just give the Saints a third round draft pick. They'll be happy with that and have to find a new head coach. The Buccaneers gave up not one first round pick, but two. But wait, there's more. They also gave up a second round, but wait, there's more, and a second round. They gave up 4 draft picks, 2 number ones, and 2 seconds. And for good measure, they threw in $8 million cash, too. And that was what, 20 years ago? Guaranteed, Sean Payton and New Orleans is not going to part with him for less than, say, 3 number 1 draft picks. And a boatload of cash. Now, Jerry Jones may be looking to make a big splash, and maybe Jerry Jones is crazy enough to try that one, but I just don't see that one. Not with the way the Cowboys are frugal with their draft picks and things. I just don't see that one happening. But what we'll do is we're going to start looking at some of these potential candidates or names that people keep talking about and see what are the chances, what's the good and the bad about them. Sean Payton is definitely an offensive genius. He took Drew Brees, who basically San Diego thought, he's not really the guy. He's got a hurt shoulder, didn't believe in him, and has made him one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. The offense has always been really good in New Orleans, but there is the defensive side. We know we had one of the Ryan brothers who was there and who literally had the worst defense in the NFL, and it wasn't even close. There were the 3 seasons where it was 7-9 in a row. So understand that coaching is up and down. But with that said, I'll take Sean Payton's mind anytime over Jason Garrett. All right, so I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Cheer up. We got 4 weeks. We got games that mean something. You know, we could be like some other teams in our division that have absolutely nothing to play for, except for draft position. So at least there's that. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.